Can you tell I'm single? Hi, welcome to Book Talk with Lainey because I talk about books and I'm Lainey. By the way, excuse the hot mess. Listen, I recorded this video once just for the video to be unfocused. I recorded this a second time just for the audio not to work. Third time's the charm. I just got back from school because, drum roll please, I just finished my sophomore year of college.
Woo!
Summer break. Technically, I still have school tomorrow, but summer break's about to happen. And what I wanted to say is that in summer break, I will do a lot of YouTube videos. I'm actively gonna do YouTube. So don't forget to follow or to see this happening. But this is not what this video is about. This video is about. So technically, listen, I did start this booktube so I can get to talk about books because on my TikTok I only do like funny skits and I do funny videos, which I love. But I want to talk more about books face to face, if you know what I mean. A big part of talking about books is judging books, rating books, sharing your thoughts about books. For future reference, I want to explain what I mean when I rate my books. So I think we all work on the same system. We all use 5 stars to 1 star because of Goodreads. Because Goodreads doesn't give us the fucking option of doing more stars or 0.5. I need that. I need that option, okay? I'm terrible at making decisions. I need the easy way out. I'm gonna explain what rating means for me. If you have similar opinions, comment. And if not, I guess not, but you know, if you want to know, keep watching. I'm gonna start with 5 stars because the juicy ones are on the bottom. Don't take this out of context, okay? So I'm gonna start with 5 stars. 5 stars, in my opinion, don't necessarily need to be like the literature work of the century. They don't need to be written perfectly. They're perfect for me. They make me feel, period. They make me feel shit. They made this little organ inside of me pump, you know? They were just perfect. I keep thinking about them. I always think about them. I try to like bring them up in every conversation, and I will recommend them to everybody who's listening and to people who are not listening. You know what I mean? They're like just like boom. And I love them, and they're just like perfect for me. That doesn't mean you're gonna love them. It means I'm gonna love them, and my opinion counts for me, and your opinion counts for you, but whatever. But that's not true. My opinion is very, very true. Because people call me a know-it-all, which is true. My friends also call me Laney Lexicon. I stand by that. So, 4 stars. 4 stars, okay, I'm very open to say I give credit where credit is due. A 4 star can either be a book that just I had so much fun reading. I will talk about it. It's also a book that I will recommend to you and try to bring up. It just didn't like hit that spot. Don't even. Or they mean that they were written perfectly. They're like literature. They deserve the praise because they were written so well. For example, Babel. The book was written so beautifully. It was majestic, right? But it's not a book that I usually like to read because it was very slow paced. And I like my fantasy to be like action, right? I want to fights. I want a hot dude coming in, saving. Not that women need it. I just like my dad, you know. I want swords, I want dragons, I want fire, I want love, I want tension. Babel is more like on the softer side. It's very powerful, but it's not the type of fantasy that I like to read. But it was so good, so it deserves 4 stars. You getting what I mean? Now, 3 stars. Here's the question. Comment what is your average rating? Because I've been on a flow and reading banger after banger at the moment that actually my average rating at the moment is 4 stars or 3.5. Goodreads, we need that option. Okay. So what's your average rating? So 3 stars for me is like, it's a book that I wouldn't recommend from the deepest of my heart. from like the core of my heart. It's a book that I will recommend to you if I know you're the type of person who will enjoy this book. It's usually a book that I'm not the ideal reader for because it's not up to my preferred genre. It's just, it was okay. It's like I said, probably a book that is not meant for me. But it was not bad. It just because like it didn't get those 2 stars because it was just not that it's something that I enjoyed. But it was fine. Let's call it fine. But it's not a book that I will probably talk about or recommend. It's just like a book that is kind of there. Yeah, that makes sense. Now 2 stars. I call this meh. Because there's nothing to say. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It was just meh. There was nothing to say because will I ever talk about this book? No. Will I probably forget that it exists? Yes. Until I'm like in a bookshop and then I would say, oh, I've read this and this. Oh, I've read it. Oh, jeez, I forgot that. We all do this, okay? We go through a bookstore and like read it on my TV. Or, oh, I want to buy this. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's a book that like literally goes in and goes out. Never thinking about it again. I have nothing negative to say, but I have nothing positive to say. That's why I say meh. Because it's just like there. And I probably wasn't worth the experience. Because if it was, I'd have something to say. But I don't have anything to say, you know? That's not a good thing. Because if I hate it, at least I have something to say. Like, it's at least it's gonna come into a conversation. But if I forget that the book exists and that I read it, that's not very good, is it? Now, 1 star. If I give a book 1 star, I detested that book. I didn't like it. I gave the book 1 star because I had to give a review, to give my stupid little opinion that I need to say. I don't have a filter, so I need to like type this little shit down on the internet, and I have to give 1 rating. I gave a 1 star because it made me feel. That's a difference to 2 stars. Okay, that book didn't make me feel anything. 1 star. Because I hate it so much, I will probably think about it more than I want to admit. And because it's in here, because I'm mad, it gets a 1 star. I know that's not the point of the book, but it made it into my brain. And it just lives in here. Like somebody asked, what's the worst book that you read? It's gonna be that book because it just is in here, and that's the 1 star you give. That's the 1 star you get for like being there and making me feel shit, even though I hate you. And 0 stars, I don't rate. I used to, but I don't rate books that I DNF'd. I don't know. There's like no point in me reading it, like rating it, because I didn't read it. I can't judge it because I didn't finish it. You know? And so we all know that the term 6-star reads. It's like the books that, you know? And I actually had my first ever 6-star read this year. And before I say anything, yes, I know it's popular on Book Talk, but I actually heard of the book before it was like published because I saw a lot of people getting an arc for it. And then I was in Waterstones and I picked that shit up and I devoured it. And we all know what it is. It's Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. That book owns me. Okay, when did it come out? In May. I read it in May. It's now July. 2 months have gone by, and I've been thinking about it about 3 months worth. Okay, it's like the Holy Bible for me. Not that I'm religious, but you get it. So, that's my rating system. I'm too invested in that shit, but I don't know what I need to do, man. That's what I do. I read and I rate and I judge and I talk to the camera. I don't talk to people. If you agree with any of these, tell me. If you don't, keep it to yourself. No, tell me. Maybe it's interesting because every rating means something different. Because I've just had my friend Ashley post a YouTube video. Go check her out. And she said that 3 stars for her are meh, which is funny because 2 stars are for me meh. So it varies from person to person, you know what I mean? So let me know. And like I said, tell me what's your average rating. that kind of, I don't know, maybe I'm just too generous and I have low standards. I do. Can you tell I'm single? Yeah, that was it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, follow. If not, that's cool. We're chill. And like I said, summer break's about to start, so I'm gonna really up my game at doing YouTube videos. I've got a new camera, mic, the quality, my beauty. If you wanna follow, go follow my Goodreads, by the way, so we can shit talk about books and simp for our book boyfriends and girlfriends. Also follow my TikTok. I do shits and giggles over there, so you know. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Happy reading. I will see you in the next one. Love you.